Good morning, afternoon, or evening, ladies and biscuits. My name is Lazy Biscuit, host of the Lazy Biscuit YouTube channel, and it's no secret Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has one of the greatest rosters of all time. I mean, we have characters people have been asking for since the beginning of Smash, and characters nobody would have thought have gotten into the Smash. And with more characters on the way, yet it still feels like something's missing. It still feels like this roster is just incomplete and incorrect. Now, I'm not saying I'm unhappy with this roster. It's the complete opposite, actually. But there are characters that I would personally remove and characters that I would add in place of those characters that I have removed. Now, people have done these videos and posts before about the characters they would remove and the characters they would add. So I decided to throw my hat into the ring with the characters that I would cut and add from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, this video is going to be a two-parter. The video you're watching now will be about the characters I would cut from Super Smash Bros. And the video I will be uploading next week will be about the characters I would add for Super Smash Bros. So stay tuned for that. So with that out of the way, let's cut to chit chat and get right into some quick disclaimers.
1. If you see your favorite Smash character getting cut, I apologize, but I do have my reasonings as to why I would personally cut them from Smash. 2. I don't work with the Smash team. Well, I don't work with them yet. I just sent out my resume yesterday, so I'm kind of just waiting for the response on that. But for the time being, I don't have the power to add or cut characters, so you really don't have to worry about me cutting your favorite characters. 3. I won't be cutting any of the original 12 fighters, and this is because it's the classics, man. Removing one of the original 12 fighters from the game is like having a Mario game with no Goombas to stomp on, or a Kirby game with no Wispy Woods to fight. It just feels so weird, and unnatural, and just wrong. And 4, I won't be cutting any of the third-party characters. This is because having this many non-Nintendo characters in the Smash Bros. Game, which is a Nintendo game, is quite the feat. I mean, we have Pac-Man, Mega Man, Sonic in the same game with Mario, Link, and Kirby. It just doesn't get any better than that. With that out of the way, let's get started with the characters that I would cut. Here are the characters that I would cut: Pichu, Dr. Mario, Duck Hunt, Piranha Plant, Dark Pit, Isabel, Chrom, and Corrin. Now here's the thing about Pichu. It's a baby Pikachu, and it's not even skilled at what it does, yet this tiny baby still manages to go up against space pirates, crocodiles with big teeth, and Wario. And not only that, whenever he uses his attacks, he damages himself in the process. Now I get it, that's kind of what his Pokédex states. It states that, oh, it doesn't know how to use its attacks, so it kind of just damages itself. Because it's a baby, it doesn't know better. And here's the thing, Pichu would be so easy to replace out of anyone on this list, because there's over like 800 Pokemon now, and like 63 of them are fighting type, so would it make more sense to add someone like Hitmonlee, or Infernape, or Poliwrath, or even Toxicroak to Smash? You know, just any fighting Pokemon? Because they're fighting type? They have fighting in the name? They fight? Or if you don't want to go to the lazy route, just adding a fighting type character, then add a Pokemon from Pokemon Tournament, a fighting game involving well-known Pokemon that they're not even all fighting type. You got Chandelure. How does he go up against all these other Pokemon? I don't know, but he's a way better choice than a Pichu. Or you could maybe take a Pokemon from Sword and Shield, just a thought, you know, just a cool thought. Although it might be difficult with the National Dex. Ooh, wow, I didn't think about that. That's a big problem. Ugh. Dr. Mario is a confusing character. He's not an Echo Fighter, and yet he qualifies to be an Echo Fighter. I mean, he's got the same moves, same playstyle, same floofy mustache, same everything as Mario. He literally is just Mario, but as a doctor. Sure, you could try and argue and say that, oh, Dr. Mario's different because his move speed is different, or his hitbox is different, or his mustache isn't as fluffy or floofy as Mario, and sure, you can argue that. But that still doesn't make any sense. He's still basically just Mario, and he's just taking up room on the roster of not being an Echo Fighter. So why not remove him with another Mario character? A Mario character that starts with a W, maybe? Maybe you replace Dr. Mario with him, maybe, you know, I'm just putting it out there, you know, there's another Mario character that does belong in Smash, just saying. Now for Duck Hunt.
I'm curious. I mean, I'm genuinely curious. Would anyone care if Duck Hunt Duo or Duck Hunt Dog, or you know, whatever you call it, would anyone care if they got cut from Smash? Because I haven't seen anybody discussing them since, you know, their reveal. Like once they were revealed, everyone was like, oh, it's Duck Hunt Dog. That's an interesting character. And then that's it. That's all I've heard from them. I haven't seen any videos, any news, any fan arts, nothing. So, would anyone care if they got cut from Smash? Would anyone even notice if just one day they just poofed away from the roster? Would anyone make any news articles or any big videos about it, or just be like, oh, they're removed? Interesting. Would you care?
No, I get it. Duck Hunt was added for the whole retro appeal to show off kind of forgotten retro characters like Pit or Rob. But the thing is, everyone knows Duck Hunt Dog, and it's not even that good of a... It's just interesting to have the Duck Hunt Dog in Smash. And yet it doesn't fit. Like, it just doesn't fit. It's so confusing. So why not replace him with an actual character that has been forgotten? But not a retro character. A more recent character, perhaps, for a game that's on Switch? You know, I mean, it makes more sense if we're doing the forgotten characters. Maybe change things up so it's not so retro, you know? I'm just saying. It would make more sense than just having Duck Hunt Dog. It's just... Why? Why Duck Hunt Dog? Oh boy, Piranha Plant. A complete curveball character. Nobody would have guessed that a plant could get into Smash. And that's the problem. Nobody would have guessed Piranha Plant has gotten into Smash because, you know, other Mario characters deserve to be in Smash. You would have guessed that literally, you could have just guessed any other Mario character could have gotten in Smash, and they would have had a higher chance than Piranha Plant. But the main reason he got in was a big slap in the face for the people who believed in the Grinch League, and a big slap in the face for the people who wanted other Mario characters in Smash that aren't Piranha Plant. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like Piranha Plant. I thought he was an interesting character, but he's a joke character because he's a Piranha Plant. There's not much more to say about Piranha Plant other than, oh, yeah, he's a Piranha Plant. It's pretty silly, yeah, but why? Why Piranha Plant? Why not Waluigi or Gino or literally any other Mario character? So, we're gonna have to cut him from the list.
Now I got introduced to Super Smash Bros. Through Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and a certain character named Pit really caught my eye. Something just clicked in my mind that made me think, you know what, yes, this character, I like him and he's going to be one of my mains. And he's been one of my mains ever since. And I also consider myself to be a Dark Pit main. Because he's literally Pit. And I mean literally, he's just an evil version of Pit. I mean, he has Dark in the name, so, you know, he's literally just... He's literally just Pit, but evil. What's the deal with him?
And it's even more interesting with Dark Pit in Smash because he has the exact same moves as Pit. Nothing is really different, well, except for his side B in Final Smash. But other than that, he kind of just has the same exact moves as Pit does. And yes, I get it, Dark Pit is literally Pit. But come on, you couldn't have changed at least some other things up? I mean, with other Echo characters, they at least have different enough things to, you know, say, okay, Daisy has the similar moves to Peach, but at least she has moves that are different enough from Peach to tell each other apart. But not with Dark Pit. And what's even funnier is that Pit just has a Dark Pit ult. So, if you remove Dark Pit, you'd still technically have Dark Pit with the Dark Pit ult, so why did you I'm sorry, it's just so confusing. Why? Oh, Isabel, the sweetest of the sweets, the purest of the beans, the floofiest of the floofs. But enough about me. Let's talk about this random pooch who somehow managed to find her way into Smash. Now, I didn't understand Animal Crossing's inclusion in Smash. You don't look at the villager and think, oh yeah, this guy's definitely a brawler. Because this game's all about peace and relaxation and calmness. It just doesn't make any sense. And when they added Isabel, I was even more confused because she's just a case of Dr. Mario. She's an Echo Fighter to the villager, but she's not an Echo Fighter. But at least at this time, she actually does have a bit more different of a moveset. She uses different items and stuff, but still, that kind of me clarifies as an Echo Fighter. And not only that, Isabel doesn't make any sense in the first place. She's one of the most purest video game characters out there. She's not a fighter, and it doesn't even make sense. How could she fight? Sure, you could make the argument about these other characters like Captain Falcon or the Wii Fit Trainer, but at least you can say they fight. It makes sense for them joining in Smash, even though the Wii Fit Trainer doesn't make any sense at all. I still accepted a bit because she uses yoga as a move. That works, but Isabel, she uses party hats and fishing rods and other things that don't make any sense, so we're probably gonna have to cut her from Smash.
Now, of course, we had to do something about this whole Fire Emblem situation. There are just far too many characters. So you know what I'll do? I'll remove every single one of them, except for Roy, because he is indeed our boy. Oh, now that I think about it, he might get pretty lonely. Okay, you know what? I got an idea. I'll remove everyone but Roy and Ike. No, well, if you gotta keep Ike, then you gotta keep Marth. If you gotta keep Marth, you gotta keep Lucina. And if you gotta keep Lucina, you gotta keep Robin. And if you gotta keep Robin, you gotta keep Luigi. Oh gosh, okay, okay, how about this? I'll only remove 2 characters from the Fire Emblem series. In Super Smash Bros. I'm not gonna remove Fire Emblem characters from the Fire Emblem series, and that's not what this video is about.
Now everyone's always whining and complaining about how the Fire Emblem series has too many characters, or they do the exact same thing, or that they're all sword wielders. And while I do agree with the fact that some of them do the exact same thing, I mean, some of these characters are Echo Fighters, they kind of do the exact same thing. I feel like we can kind of thin out this roster a little bit by just removing 2 little characters that didn't even have that big of an uproar. One of them was overshadowed by Dark Samus, and the other one I didn't even know was a DLC character. Again, yes, I know, people do like these characters, but think about it this way. If we do remove these 2 characters, we could get Fire Emblem characters that don't wield swords, or that people actually care about. I mean, it's the same case with Pokemon. There's probably all these other Fire Emblem characters that don't wield swords that you can add into Super Smash Bros. And that's one of the main problems Smash community has with Fire Emblem, that they all wield swords. So just add someone that doesn't have a sword. Problem solved. Sure, there's still the characters that do wield swords, but nobody will care because we have people that don't wield swords. We have 2 new characters like wield a baguette or a bomb, or something that isn't a sword. Come on, man. It's right there. It's right there. It doesn't even have to be a sword, it could be an axe, and it'll be perfectly fine. Just someone that doesn't wield a sword, please, I'm begging ya.
So what do you think? Do you agree with my list or do you disagree? Which characters would you cut from Smash? Answer down in the comments below. And stay tuned for next week's video, which will be about the characters that I would add into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate to replace the characters that I've cut. And I'll see you ladies and biscuits in the next episode. Bye-bye, biscuits!